What is up? Hello and happy Analytics Friday. It is a chilly one here in Kansas. It's about 45 degrees before the wind chill, and let me tell you that wind is gnarly. So it's pretty cold here. As you can see, kind of sporting a prototype product here. Um, Today, we are going to be talking all about tracking the impact and the value of your lead magnets. So, um, well, this is just not working, is it? So in case you don't follow me on Instagram, which you should, I posted a story today talking about how I had never really tracked the impact of um my lead magnets. And the reason being is because I've had like one or two lead magnets really ever throughout the entirety of my career, which uh like as a personal brand, to be honest, that's embarrassing. However, I finally launched one that had intent behind it, like true intent. Like I knew what I would do with these people once they were um interested in a product or service that I offered. In this case, it was an ebook. And so I knew that let me make sure that the audio is still working. Okay, it looks like it is. Cool. Um, I knew like what the next steps were going to be for these people, right? And oh, hold on everybody. Okay, I need to make sure this is still working. Let's make sure. I always get so paranoid now because I had one stream that I did that felt really good and nobody could see it. Anyways, so I created an ebook, and then I also had a plan to distribute it. So I was going to be on the Social Media Examiner podcast, and I did the podcast. At the end, I plugged a specific URL that led to an ebook. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and show you that page. So let's go ahead and share the screen. Here we are. Okay, so right away they land on the page, they get the pop-up, get your ebook. If they decide to go away from that, the CTA is right at the fold. So download the data driven strategy ebook. This is a recap of what I talk about during that episode. Again, another CTA to download the ebook. Then I have some information like, hey, do you want to come work with work with us? These are some of the ways you can work with us. And then a call to action for the marketing merch store. So what I wanted to know was whether or not people were downloading the ebook. And if you want to see the ebook, it looks like let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. I should have already had this ready for you. While I'm getting this ready, if you're hanging out live, why don't you go ahead and drop in the comment what your biggest accomplishment of this week was? Um, and I'll think of mine as well. I will think of mine as well. My biggest I actually got a lot done this week, and truly, I don't feel like I, I say that often, so I'm pretty proud of that, actually. Okay, so this is kind of what it looks like. I can't find the most up-to-date version, so we're just going to look at this. All right, let me share the screen here. It's kind of like one thing about StreamYard is you got to be really sure of what you're going to share. You can only share one thing at a time. Okay, so um, this is what the ebook looked like. So I will say, like, the biggest downfall of this ebook is there are only like two links in here. I didn't put probably as much effort into it as I should have, but I did it nonetheless. So here we are. This is what the ebook was. It basically said, it's essentially recapping what I went over in the podcast, but just um, a little bit more in depth, also more visual. So obviously, you don't get pictures when you're listening to a podcast. So it talks about what do you need to look at, where can you find that information, um, so what to look out, where to find it part two, and then what you're looking for, and then what do you do once you get that information, and then there were a couple call to actions, the making that clickable, and then the phone number clickable. Again, really could have had some more links in there, probably done that part a little bit better, but you live and you learn, right? Okay. So my site is built on Wix. Yes, bring all of the haters. The reality of it is I would never work on my website unless it was on Wix or something of the sort because I don't know how to code and I can put a website together using WordPress or something of the sort, but it takes me a lot longer. So using Wix allows me to make edits to the website when I need to. So, anyhow, I built this on Wix, which means on the back end, I can see all of my information or all of the information that comes through. It's got a built-in CRM, which is awesome. I just come to the left-hand side, go to CRM tools, forms and submissions, and these are all of the people that downloaded the ebook. So for me, this is really cool because I was not expecting so many people to come and download the ebook. So that's awesome. Now I only collected the name and the email. So I'm not getting a ton of information here. However, by adding both the email and the name together, I can get a really good idea of who that is and whether or not these people are qualified to work with me. So that's one way. Obviously, with Wix, I'm able to see, okay, the person came on this day and at this time, and this is when they converted, and this is their name. And again, matching the name and the email, I can start to get a good idea of who this person is and whether or not they're qualified. But in handy dandy Google Analytics 4, which everybody hates, totally understand that it's a lot different, a lot harder to get used to, a lot harder to get to some things. But this is the nicest thing about Google Analytics 4. So again, maybe didn't do as much work as I probably should have. However, um, Google Analytics 4 uses a lot of machine learning, a lot of artificial intelligence to track specific events for you. Um, so let's start with, we're going to go under engagement and then pages and screens. And my podcast episode launched on October 14th, I think, something like. So the 7th or the 14th? I think it was the 14th. I don't know. Something around here. Oh, why is it doing this? Hold your horses. Okay. So the landing page was this page right here, which is Bree on the Social Media Marketing Podcast. And we can see that it had 274 views, which I'm taking that as, that's obviously how many times the page was gone to. Let's see. We have this as, it says 91 users, 64 of which were new users. View per users is 3. So people are coming back to this page over and over again, which I think is kind of interesting. And then you can see the average time on site, which again, cool. Scrolls about 26, all events. And then this is where things get very, very nice on Google Analytics 4. So like I said, I didn't set anything up. I didn't set up the event for downloading the file. I did this half on purpose and half on accident. Half of it was on purpose because I wanted to test this. Half of it was on accident because I forgot to set it up in Universal Analytics. Oh, so yeah. Anyway, but under all events here, ooh, I just changed it. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, under all events, file underscore download. So file downloads are actually gathered by default. And I can see that this says file downloads happened. There were 37 file downloads on that during this time. Hold on, that's not right though, because I had it pulling up the correct numbers at one point. So maybe it was earlier than I thought it was. I didn't change anything just then. File download. Why is it doing that? What? 79. So it must have been before 14th. Anywho, so I had 79, it's counted 79 downloads from October 1st to November 19th. Wix is showing me more than that. It's showing me, let's see, the most recent one. Okay. Showing me like 90. Yeah, 90 file downloads. So I mean, all of us know that they are not, these aren't perfect numbers. All Google Analytics is sample data. It's based on estimates. But 79, that's pretty close. It also, because of, let's see, that now that there is something that's weird about this is that we don't get a, like what's the word I'm looking for here? We don't get a conversion rate. So like I can't see what percent of people for specific pages ended up completing an event, or how many of those events happened. But let's see. So we have 79 divided by, we're gonna do this by users. I just put 97, y'all. It is one of those days. 79 divided by, how many users did it say we had? 161. That's a 49% conversion rate for me, because 49% of those people ended up downloading my ebook. Now, if I had been smart, like I said, I didn't put as many links in the PDF as I should have. And even those links that are there, I was finishing the ebook like right before I had to launch the page. So I didn't put any, like I don't think I made bit.ly links for those. Let me see. I really don't think I did, unfortunately. No, I didn't. So I can't track whether or not people clicked on those links. Again, that's falling on my end. Like that could have easily been tracked. And then we would know even more, like how far did people get into the PDF, because the PDF doesn't live, right? Like this PDF does not live on my website. I'm not tracking them on the PDF. Obviously, it's a file that they download and then they have access to and, can do whatever with. But if I had put more links in there that were enticing, I could have brought them back to the website, or I could have just at least tracked the email clicks or the phone number clicks by having bit.ly links on those. So then I would know, obviously, if they click them. Anyway, so yeah, so that's, I can track people that came to my website and how many of those people. So for me, This podcast in particular, I had 161 users come to the site. 123 of them were new users. So, you know, you're looking at that going, okay, was this appearance worth it? Were they qualified? Then we start to look into, okay, they came to the website multiple times. They spent about 30 seconds on the site, and almost half of them converted in the way that we wanted them to convert. Even more so for me looking at this page. I mean, this isn't lead magnet like specific, but let's look at let's create a comparison here. Um, okay, let's see. This doesn't let me. User. No, I don't want it to be a dimension. I want to create it based on, let's see here. All right, let's do this. Oh, don't show me again. So again, Google Analytics 4 can be kind of tough when we are, oh, okay. When we're looking for specific things, just because it's not all the way there yet, like there yet. Oh, and now my computer is very mad. Oh, I need to come up with a segment here. Okay, so this is going to be an event segment. New condition. We want them to have, I don't really want it to be a page screen, page title contains this, apply, and then I'm just going to put SME peeps, save and apply. So now we can see what the other pages that these people were going to. So they all went to this page. Did they not go to any other pages? How does this set up? Let's look at that again. Okay, edit segment. No, that's not what I meant. No. Include an events one. No. Okay, so let's delete that because that's not what I meant. Remove segment. Try again. Oh, try again. Try again. Okay. User segment. Users when. Add new condition. Page, page title. Okay, so that contains social media at any point in time. Jeepers, y'all. Sometimes I'd be struggling. SME peeps, again, save and apply. These are the other pages that they went to. Yes. So the home page to be expected. But you can see that, let's see, active user. Oh, wait, use. The other pages they went to were the home page for the new users. That's active users. Went to digital marketing campaign audit, the services page, presence audit, looked at my page, contact page, bookings. So that's right. I had somebody listened to that podcast and then they have since set up 4 coaching sessions with me. Um, so that's, who's been going there. Somebody's gone to the blog, which I really need to update the blog, and the digital marketing audits page. So we can see these are some qualified people. Like they've been interested in going into more, um, they've gone into more, you know, pages. And to be fair, they're really the only page that's not like when it screamed qualified to me would be like the um homepage. But even then, it's like it kind of is still qualifying. But anywho, so that's one of the ways I can see. All right, what are the other pages they're going to? Again, Google Analytics 4 doesn't make it super duper easy to do, but I can do it in explorations right here. And I still feel good about it. Like I do feel like these were people that were qualified. To be 100% transparent with you, I also looked a lot of these people up. So let's see. Karen Seymour. Lawyer, more than likely. Unless nutritionist. And I could use the email that was given to me to verify who this is, but I'm not showing y'all her email, so don't even, or their email, I mean. Katrina. What I could also do is like compare this to, are they following Social Media Examiner? Do they have social media in their profile names? Instagram, family nurse practitioner. One of the only people that doesn't have Disney Plus. That's hilarious. Because there's gonna be a lot of these people, right? So I also went through and did that. And sometimes you reach out to people, sometimes you don't reach out to people. Um, but yeah, so my plan is now, since I have you, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you my plan. So now the plan is, so the podcast I spoke about how to have like what is data driven strategy, how to create a data driven strategy, and then how to track data driven strategy to increase return on investment, or just how to track your efforts in general to increase your return on investment. Well, um, what I plan on doing next is kind of like what you saw with the ebook, right? So if they downloaded the ebook, then they've got the information. I'm creating videos to go along with the information that's in that book, as well as like some more advanced things. Like we didn't talk about UTMs in the ebook, so I'm going to be sharing a new UTMs um, video with that email list and saying, hey, are you getting started with your data driven strategy? Here's this. Eventually, they'll get a UTM email, they'll get a how to set up goals and whatever in Google Analytics email, and then they'll get a how to determine what you need to stop, scale, and start. And then hopefully by the time that they've gotten that email, I will have a course out meant to meant to help those people and meant to help a lot of people. So I am going to be using this lead magnet a few more times. Honestly, I am surprised. A lot of people go to my website and very rarely, I guess that's no, that's pretty true. Very rarely are people reaching out to me, um, filling out a contact form or anything of that sort. Um, and I've always known that. I mean, the good thing is the people that do fill out the contact form, like they're pretty, more than likely, pretty serious about working with me in one way or another. Um, but I've never had. Oh God, I feel bad even saying this. I've never had like an email list, right? Because I've always worked on word to mouth. Now, as I near starting to have a family, as I near starting to grow my business and work on other ventures like marketing merch store and stuff like that, like, I'm going to need my, um, more of my time back, and having an email list that's primed and ready to go is going to be very helpful once I start, um, selling digital goods, whether that's a course or, Google Data Studio templates or whatever it might be. And it's just a good way to keep hold of, I tell everyone this, like, have something that's actually mine as opposed to like rented land, social media and things of that nature. So I'm really excited. If you've ever thought about doing a lead magnet, I highly encourage you to do so. Now I have something to plug at the end of podcasts because usually I just say, I mean, you can find me where you find me, and I go live every Friday. We're trying to. And sometimes, that's great, and sometimes it's not. So, but I highly encourage you to work on a lead magnet. If you don't know what to make your lead magnet, shoot me a message, drop a comment. We'll ideate, we'll get you something. I just built mine in Canva. It took I mean, it took some time because I had to write it, right? But other than that, then setting it up on Wix and all of that was pretty easy. So, highly encourage you to do it. If there's anything I left out and you're wondering how to track, again, leave a comment, let me know. But other than that, have a good weekend. I will see you next week. No, I won't because next week is Thanksgiving here in the States. And I'll have family in town. Week after that, I'll see you for sure. So have a great holiday if you're celebrating. If you're not, have a great week. And I'll see you next time. Don't forget, you're a beast. Bye.